Now we will firstly sketch here, sketch, zoom in, and draw a small circle using this as the reference, not that other plus that it's appearing. And we'll give it a dimension of 10. In this case, it's 10. And after we do that, we will extrude it in features, extrude it, cut it, select in the drop down menu up to surface and select this as the surface. It'll cut up to there and say okay. It'll remove that. Okay, this is what we need. And then the final few touches where we're going to finish this. The reason with this sort of pattern and this isn't replicated on this side is because this is the side that sits flush with the other parts, so it's going to be rubbing against those, meaning it won't be able to move if we replicate this entire structure on that side. So anyway, fillet, use the fillet command and make the fillet 2 millimeters. Press 2, enter. It's a small fillet that we will apply to all of these jagged, sharp edges here. Not this face, can't be applied to this face. This side, and let me just rotate it so it stops picking up background. This, as well as, let me just tilt it a little bit more so that it stops interfering with the background. And the last piece will be this. I think the bottom of the rectangle is already selected, so yes. All of this is selected. We say yes, this is what we need. After we fillet this, in this section, obviously it's not going to be much of a high detailed section, but we will do this. Go to chamfer, this fillet drop down menu, and select this as well as this, and apply the value. If you double click in this, it selects the whole thing, and then you just overwrite that. It should look something like this. Say okay. And I think you should also apply that, not the fillet. I think we should apply the chamfer in this corner. Some of the corners that are sort of left behind, this corner, that are sort of looking a bit too obtrusive, sort of looking out of place with this. This sort of just adds a little bit of a layer of complexity. I think this last one might not be able to do it because these several few edges are converging at this point. It might not be able to do it. So let's do that and say okay. This is what we need, and I think all the edges, all the curves are chamfered or filleted. The last part will be, we will sketch on this face, and on this face we will draw a circle, basically the connecting point. We will hover our pointer at this corner, which will reveal this center point. We will click here and draw a circle. This will be the last part that we will make for this part of the robotic arm. So it'll be 30 millimeters. I'll go to features and say extruded cut, and we cut it by extruded blind, and we cut it by 20 millimeters. Say enter, and this is what we need. Say okay. So basically this is where the other part of the machinery will go and slot into this once we start assembling this, but this is the finalized version of this part of the robotic arm.